And I'm Caroline.
And this is Two Girls in a Cat podcast. Live stream.
Sort of, yeah. Because we've started it again because we had some technical problems.
Issues.
So
hopefully the screen will be a bit bigger. We're just learning as we go along.
And Portia was snoring through the whole of the last one.
Because that's what we're
blaming. And it was really distracting.
That's what we're blaming.
It was really, well, I don't know about you, but it was really starting to irritate me because all I could hear was this snoring cat behind me.
But thank you to my sister's input that we actually
back on
and we know. So hopefully it's working a bit better than before. So hello, people of the internet.
So we were running through some questions and things before, weren't we?
Yeah.
And I think I might just pick up from where we kind of left off, which I think was about favourite superheroes, because that was kind of the thrust of where we were going with these questions.
I'm still trying to get the black dots out of my eyes.
Doing any sort of a talking about anything quiz.
Yeah, because this is talk shit. I say shit. Talk shit volume 4. So we've done 3 talk shits before. So I just got a tag, a nerdy tag. I pinched it from someone on YouTube. I apologise that the video was uploaded in 2012. I have no doubt that this person has moved on from then.
Has moved on from other things on here because, well, I'm just having a quick read through the rest of the questions and it's quite obvious, yeah. So
Favourite superhero.
Favourite superhero.
You didn't even answer yours.
Pick the Joker.
Oh, you did. That's not a superhero. That's a super villain.
Well.
Well.
Is he?
Yes.
Is he?
He's a villain.
Is he?
He's a bad guy.
What if Bruce Wayne's the real villain in this whole scenario? What if Bruce Wayne is just living out like some mad dream?
I want to see you talk yourself out of this one. Come on.
Well, what if he's just like a massive narcissist and he's having this totally like mad dream where he's the epicenter of the whole world and everything depends on him? Maybe the Joker represents something
To try and stop him
from being a tit. So maybe he's a superhero.
I'm not buying what you're selling.
Well, do my best here. I'm thinking on my feet.
No, I don't know he's a villain, Carolyn. Pick a hero.
I
know you.
Iron Man. Tony Stark. Future husband. Tony Stark. Marvel or DC?
Marvel. And I'm not just going to leave that out there to say Marvel and then move on. Marvel, right. Because they are the most relatable characters for me. DC is dark and gritty, and I do like dark and gritty. I always go to the bad side of things. Something like, my house is Slytherin and I have Lannister pride, but when it comes to my superheroes, I like the X-Men and I like the Avengers and I like the good.
I like DC because it's dark and gritty. Yeah, because it's dark and gritty and it's awesome.
Sorry, music's strangling me back.
In what unsports related way do you keep in shape? Are you serious? Who wrote these questions?
Does getting out of bed constitute as... Because you have to work the stomach muscles to get up.
Sitting. I think that's just general moving around in a human way.
What do you mean by unsport?
Do you do anything like personally, I walk everywhere because I walk from where I park my car to the train. It's a good hike.
Right. So you walk.
And I get off the train, I've got to walk all the time, always up and down, miles on the go.
I walk from my car to me work, from me work to me car to me home, which all takes about 2 minutes.
No.
That's the reason why I look the way I do.
Let's move on from that question. What is your dream career choice?
I feel we almost, when I read this, we almost do what we do, but it's not a job yet. So what we do, I feel would be our dream job, but we already do it. It's just not a job.
But in terms of, for you, for example, writing, would that extend towards comic book?
Not necessarily comics. I would love to have the imagination to actually write a book. like to write a full story from beginning to end. But my brain, for some reason, when it picks up an idea, that idea has probably already been done. That idea is already a film. So
you can change that up though, right?
I am not gonna be another freaking writer who plagiarizes but manages to get away with it because it's almost not like that. I used a big word.
Actually, I would just love to work for like Pixar or Disney or DreamWorks or something in character design.
I don't want to
draw things.
I would love
that would be. Do you know what? Even just sit. You know, like when you go to Disneyland or Walt Disney World, and they've got like where the art galleries are. On site.
Yeah.
And there's people who just sit there
and they just draw
Disney
all day.
characters all day. That is like my ideal job.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
I would just love to
have
do
your
that.
own badge
with your name on and then where you're from.
What did it say from England?
Middle Earth.
Middle Earth.
Mordor.
The Shire.
The Shire.
No,
Carolyn from the Shire.
We're really not from the Shire. We're giants.
Some may disagree. Favorite video game? This is more probably when I don't game as much as what I used to at all.
But you did used to game.
I did used to.
Do you know my favorite? I wouldn't say favorite. I don't have a favorite, but just how I felt after I finished it, because I wasn't in the best place in the world at the time when I was playing it. But what was it? It was a Tomb Raider. When the new Tomb Raider came out a couple of years ago, when I finished that, I was like, I want to have this feeling all the time of how I felt when I finished Tomb Raider, and I haven't quite gotten it. Any really game. I've just finished Uncharted 3 today, and I didn't feel anything else but sick. I was so sick afterwards. There's a bit like the last 10-15 minutes, the screen you wouldn't have been able to hang at all. The screen was so disorientated, and you were moving with it, and I was like,
no, it's not for me.
No, you wouldn't have been able to do it.
I'm gonna go total old school here. My favourite video game ever was Rainbow Islands. Remember that?
Was that the Mega Drive?
It was like a platform game, and you used to like.
Was it the Mega Drive?
The Spectrum.
Oh, right. Okay.
This is. I said it was old school. So
I used to have, before my Mega Drive, and I can't remember if it was a Commodore 64 or a Spectrum. The keyboard on the Spectrum was a black with a green and red at the top.
You had a tape.
That's Spectrum. That's what I had.
Yeah. Oh, there was the Amstrad.
I don't think I had that. After me Spectrum, I went from that to Mega Drive, and I was like the first kid.
Can you remember the Atari Lynx?
No.
It was like handheld before the Sega.
No, the Game Boy.
Before Game Boy, it was. I'm sure it was before Game Boy. I have one of them. I've still got the original Game Boy with a shitload of games, including the Addams Family, which tells you everything you need to know about me.
No, I don't. I've never had anything Nintendo at all.
Game Gear, the Sega Game Gear. Can you remember the Sega Game Gear?
Yes, I can. See, when with my gaming when I was a kid, it was my Mega Drive, and then my sister got PlayStation. On the first
original PlayStation.
The original PlayStation.
Like the disc.
Yeah, you used to press the disc down, and I think she got the PlayStation 2. Because she was obsessed with like Spyro and Sims.
Right.
And then I think she started playing Sims on the computer. But I wasn't. I only wanted to play them for WW. It would have been F at the time. Smackdown.
Yes, yeah. My brother had an Amiga.
Oh, I remember that.
And we knew someone who worked for this like really like small time games company locally,
and
you had one of these like external drivers that you used to just plug it in, and you put discs in. You could play all of the games that came from like PlayStation.
Chipped. Yes.
That never happened.
It didn't happen. Oh, sorry. Oh, I'm really sorry.
Favorite author?
I have actually looked over these because I did send them to Carolyn.
I'll just be careful how I'm holding this cat. I'll do like an American Idol thing where they kind of like
tip over the top,
like blur it out. But
yeah. I don't necessarily have a favorite author because I like quite. No, I do, and I don't because I like so many. So I could sit there and you could like see a book and I'd go, oh yeah, I love that person. But my favorite book of all time is Red Dragon by Thomas Harris. And Silence of the Lambs is clearly is incredible. But Red Dragon was like the starting point, and that is my favorite book, and so that would be my favorite author. And along, I see Stephen King, and then Anne Rice, and there's so many of them. It's difficult.
Different genres. Three spring to mind for me. First of all, Stephen King, because
the man is just—it's not just he's writing. He's put a universe together, and it's only been recently that it's like people are going, oh, let's see what's that.
He's just the king of suspense in my book.
King of shit your pants.
He's brilliant. Mario Puzo.
Oh, you're a proper like gangster
stuff. So you wrote The Godfather, you wrote Murder, and all those sort of relatable things. I think, in fact, there's going to be an Murder series that's going to come on. Murder is like the I think it means that it's like the mafia code for silence.
Oh, right.
That's what a murder means.
Oh, I didn't know that. I'm not saying I love The Godfather, but I only watched it when I was
Goodfellas and all that sort of things, like totally my bag. It's just really honest, just across the
My sister likes that kind of villains.
Third is Bryce Courtney, who's a South African writer who wrote The Power of One. This is like really like off the wall stuff here.
No, I've never heard.
You know Stephen Duff?
Yes. I don't know him personally.
Well, you don't know him personally. He did a film back in like the mid-90s, maybe early 90s, and Morgan Freeman's in it.
What's it called?
Where it's called The Power of One.
Oh, so right. That's a dumb question.
It's about apartheid South Africa and the struggle between the Black South Africans and the Afrikaans. Yes. I think it's set in maybe like World War II. No, maybe just post World War II South Africa.
Right.
And it's about, well, it also brings in the British white South African strand in, which there's a whole backstory about South African history, which is sort of my nerdy little Easter eggs.
I did not know that about you.
I know quite a bit about South African history.
The only thing that I know about South Africa is on what's called District 9.
Yeah.
The guy who keeps saying "fook" just cracks me up. Just the way he says "fucking hell." I think it's so funny.
Had you bothered your ass to watch Lethal Weapon 2 at Christmas, like you promised?
Yeah, back the shit up. It was Lethal Weapon 1.
You haven't watched the best one. Lethal Weapon 2 is called South
You've got to watch the first one to get the second one. I haven't watched the first.
You need to watch the second one. If you think South African accents are hilarious, go and watch
I don't think they're hilarious. I just the way he said "fook" was funny as well.
You need to go and watch it. Anyway, favourite band? Who's your favourite band?
Metallica.
I saw them.
I've seen them so many times. So many times. There have been I did go. I'm not gonna lie. Before I turned into a dirty goth when I was about 16, I used to be into my boy bands. Still have them on my playlist right now because I listen to whatever. But after that, I think a friend of ours, I'm not going to say his name, but someone we went to school with, he introduced us to Metallica. And he introduced me. I'm just not saying his name because I don't feel comfortable saying someone else's name.
Without asking.
But he introduced us to Metallica. Shit.
My favourite band. I really like American.
Hold up.
Bon Jovi or that sort of thing.
When did you go and see Metallica?
At Leeds Reading Festival 2 years ago.
No, I wasn't there.
You.
No, I was not there. Last time I went to Leeds.
And I saw who else did I see at the time? Limp Bizkit.
Sam, at the age of 17, 18, would have cried tears to see Limp Bizkit. Sam, at the age of
who else did I see?
late 20s, would not so.
Who was the other one that I saw? They're like some sort of like popular folk band. They did the Guinness advert.
Elbow. Are they even folk?
It'll come to me later. I'll just put it out of mid-air later and remember it. This question could go on forever with an answer. What is the nerdiest thing about yourself? Listen, there's plenty of nerdy things about me. I could just sit here all day.
Sitting with our Star Wars.
The fact that I have an X-Wing jumper on explains it all.
Everything. Everything from the Captain America air freshener that's in my car to the Darth Vader backpack that I walk around with not very often because it is huge.
It's from Santa.
You can barely see it, but that is Vader, and he sticks right out. He's
She's been in that bag.
Yep.
And
me keys. Apart from that one, let's just cover that one up because then people will know where I work. So yeah, all my keys, my Captain America, my Doctor, and Helen from Death Becomes Her. You can barely see her now, but it is Helen from Death Becomes Her. You see her hole in the stomach.
Oh wow, careful.
Yeah, that was it.
It's pretty cool. I can't even go into. There's far too many nerdy things about me.
Yeah.
I've got basically a whole room in my house that's dedicated for nerdy art and nerdy memorabilia.
Carolyn's cupboard upstairs is like the gateway to Narnia, or the gateway to nerdgasms if you like to collect Funkos. Because Carolyn collects Funkos, but puts them away. Never see them. She has hundreds. We never see them.
They're all having a good time in that cupboard together.
You better get them out later on. You can't just leave them in there.
Nerdiest movie in your collection?
That is. I don't know.
Weird Science, is that nerdy?
You don't have weird science. Well, you don't have any DVDs at all.
In the garage, that's why. We live in an age where you don't need DVDs that much anymore.
That's true.
We've got loads of stuff like Star Wars or Marvel stuff.
See, I've got a load of DVDs. I've got me horror ones. I've got quite a few horror ones.
Yeah.
I don't want to get rid of them, but I don't want to keep them all. I don't need them all. I wouldn't sit there and I've got Rob Zombie's, Salem's. See, I don't even know what it's called, but I can't chuck it out. I've got such a thing.
Got loads of Disney movies as well. Is that nerdy?
I think.
Yeah.
Michaela, I think she still has our VHS Disney tapes.
Let's talk about VHS.
I think
I've got the Muppets on
Which
VHS. It's at my mum's house.
No, which one? Which Muppets?
I think it's like one of the very first Muppets movies. Maybe the first one.
Love the Muppets movies.
I've got Shiva.
Right, you can laugh. I actually have it on DVD. I have Shiva on DVD.
Actually, I think my friend Ruth 1 year got the Thundercats movie.
Oh,
because she just really wanted it. Like
we've got the steel tin Transformer. Mark Wahlberg impression. Oh my god, it's a Transformer. I've got the steel tin Transformer movie, the animated movie from 1985.
Right. Oh right.
Got that. We've got the Thundercats series, but I think we've just got series 1 of disc 1 or something like that.
You need to buy the whole damn thing.
I'm not really a Thundercats fan. Anthony's, we have a Thundercats sword. We really, really do.
I think my brother had one when he was a kid.
Well,
Anth did.
Anth did, and there's always some very sweet stories about him and his uncle who sadly passed, and this Thundercat sword came into it, and his sister got him one a couple of years ago for Christmas. It was like a nostalgic. It was cute.
It's quite nice.
It is sweet.
PlayStation, Xbox, or Wii?
A PlayStation.
I don't have a PlayStation. I don't have an Xbox, but I do have a Wii and a Wii U.
I have a Wii.
Which is pretty cool.
I have a Wii. I have two Xbox 360s, one PlayStation 3 and one PlayStation 4. I did talk about that last night because I wanted my own PlayStation. And do you know what? It's not because I want another PlayStation. It's because I like to have my own things.
Are you territorial?
Very much so. And when I started getting into playing games again, I wanted my own Xbox 360.
Right.
I went and got it. Bear in mind, I got it second hand, but it was mine. I like my stuff. Oh, I've got a. I actually have a sister as well, so I don't understand where this comes from because I did share, kind of.
You didn't want to, though.
Kind of. So, no.
What is the biggest word that you know? I know what it is, but I don't know how to pronounce it. It's like this Welsh word, which is like a million.
Well, you're always gonna say the Mary Poppins one, aren't you?
Yeah.
But it's not even a word. That's not an actual word.
It's not in the Oxford English Dictionary.
No, so.
Or Webster's, if you're American.
Webster's.
So, actually, this is a good question. What's your greatest nerdy accomplishment? I know mine is.
What?
Star Wars Celebration. Going to Star Wars Celebration.
Yeah. Yes.
That has to be.
It has to.
It's like a kind of one of those once in a lifetime.
But it might not be once in a lifetime. We might be going back.
We might be going back next year.
So you don't know. However, up until this point, yes, it is, because it's one of those. It was one of those days where I just thought, I really wish we did it all.
The full thing.
Yeah, I really, and it's made us learn a lesson for next time.
Then we know for next time. Get in early, buy the tickets, because this. Well, we went last year in London.
Mm-hmm. Now,
we bought the tickets.
We bought them quite in advance, mind.
Not as soon as they came out, but within maybe a week or so of them coming out. Mm-hmm. But by which point, the whole 3-day, 4-day ticket thing gone.
Oh, right.
Can you remember? Now, there was people looking for tickets. It happened in the July, and there was people looking for tickets in the June, like, oh, damn it, I can't get a ticket. I'm not surprised you've left it far too late.
We got ours before Christmas, didn't we?
No, we bought ours in February.
Did? Yeah. I remember doing it. I remember sitting in here going, oh my god, let's go watch.
So.
And then I remember, that's it. We didn't book our hotel until
late.
We didn't get a bad deal though. We really didn't get a bad deal. Tickets in the hotel. And
I'm quite lucky with hotels and things.
We were pretty fortunate, especially where it was. The location was perfect. I mean, fair enough. Yeah, the Uber drivers were terrifying.
It was not the best thing in the world anyway. So
it was pretty scary that part, but that you kind of put a whole thing on that.
Yeah.
So yeah, Star Wars was pretty cool. I thought you were gonna say like King Kong.
King Kong.
Oh my god, do we have another convention coming up?
Oh, King Kong. But there is another one next month on the 5th of February, I think, in Middlesbrough.
Ah, right. I forgot about that one.
Biggest nerd role model.
Biggest nerd role model.
Yeah, like which sort of superhero, supervillain, or any other sort of nerdy character would you most?
Would it be a character?
Could be anything.
Character. Character?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Okay.
I know who yours is.
Go on then.
Hermione Granger.
Michaela said not to bring up Emma Watson.
I didn't mention Emma Watson. I said Hermione Granger. I believe that's not Emma Watson.
No, yes it is.
No, it's a character.
Played by Emma Watson.
Now played by Emma Watson.
I'm not getting into Emma Watson, not this time. Not even Tom Hardy.
Not even close.
Not even Tom Hardy. Let's have a think. Think. I think the idea of like Kamala Khan is Miss Marvel, because she's like, when you first meet her, you get, and even when you're still reading through her, she's just such a nerd.
Yeah.
Everything about her is just so. She writes fan fiction, and she has all the struggles that like every teenage girl has, but she's Muslim, and she's adorable. She's absolutely adorable. So I kind of
identify with her.
Not so much identify. I don't think I went through as many struggles as what she did, and I would never understand the change that she went through, because she is inhuman. However, I think I can identify with the anxiety of growing up slightly different, because I was always slightly different. still
You
at
still
33.
slightly special, Sam.
At 33, I'm still slightly different.
Let's face facts here.
You're a special case.
You're a special case. Purely for professional reasons, Matt Murdock.
Yeah.
I feel that it's made me a better lawyer.
just make sure you don't go blind.
Well, it's worked out okay for him. Let's put it that
that's
way.
That's true, but he is trained. Saying that, you could train.
I feel that with a bit of practice. I too could
now,
be Daredevil.
Are you Matt Murdock, Ben Affleck, Matt Murdock, or Charlie Cox?
No, Charlie Cox.
I'm not that red suit.
I'm not that.
Oh my god, Defenders? That comes out?
Mm.
Oh, have you seen the pictures?
No.
It's just the four of them. You're not missing much, but it is just the four of them.
This is weird.
Mm.
Which fictional character did you fantasize about as a kid? Well, what? We're not just kind of covered in terms of influencing.
Fantasize?
I don't kind of understand where that comes from.
I asked Ant, and he said it's sexual, and
that's what I think.
Well, if it is, I know who his was straight away.
Gary Oldman for you.
Pink Power Ranger for him.
For him, wasn't it?
Loved Kimberly from Power Rangers.
Really?
I really hope he's not watching this.
Oh, Anthony. It's all coming out now. Oh dear. Anyway, moving on. Well, old school bitch games or modern 3D graphics. What does that mean?
You can't understand vape? Excuse me.
I don't speak vapish.
Modern.
You would go with the modern one?
Yeah.
You wouldn't want like a Double Dragon?
Pac-Man. Sonic.
Zelda back in the day and all that sort of thing.
I was never a Zelda fan. Never.
Leander. Remember Leander? That was a pretty... He was like Zelda.
Just come up with Trump breaking news on my computer.
Hopefully he's not in office anymore.
It's a day.
Well, stranger things have happened.
Can we just say before we go any further? Because it kind of didn't roll in with that, but well done to the women in Washington Day. Did you see the footage of it? Absolutely incredible. Peaceful protest, peaceful marching through Washington, and all around the world. It was just amazing. Hats off.
However, he will remain in office for the next 4 years.
Yes.
It's not going to make a blind bit of difference.
It's not, but at least
it's like, okay, we get it.
Yeah,
we get it. It's not ideal. It's not at all.
No,
but you've made your thoughts known for a while.
But they've done it in a peaceful way, and I don't know what good it'll do.
It's not going to do any good.
Probably not, because he is an arsehole.
Yeah.
Biff Tannen, man.
Well, having said, the writers of Back to the Future based Biff Tannen on Donald Trump.
Yeah. Did you see the pictures of Donald Trump getting a humanitarian award, standing alongside Muhammad Ali for the work? Where's that guy? That guy, I just can't.
Can I just talking about Donald Trump? Even more awkward. I saw a video today where it shows you a comparison between Barack and Michelle Obama's first dance, and then you had Donald and what's her face, Melania. Yeah. She just looked like she wanted to leave.
Yeah.
Like some creepy guy had grabbed her and wanted to slow dance with her, and she was just like, "Don't effing breathe in my face." You could see her thinking, just get away.
Did you see the suit she was wearing and the memes that have come out afterwards?
She was like one of those Bo Battens.
Yeah, and did you not see the one where it was that same blue suit, and it was Snow from Hunger Games?
Yeah.
When she sat on the podium, let the games begin.
Yeah. Well, I think you might not be too far from the truth.
No.
Could very well go that way.
Anyways, sorry.
Nerdiest article of clothing that you've ever owned. I know what mine is.
My whole wardrobe. Go on.
Mine's the Disney Store child's jacket of Finn from Star Wars Awakens.
This is what makes me sick about Carolyn. She can actually fit into a child's jacket because of how skinny she is. Child's jacket.
Still got it upstairs. It's amazing. That or my Stark Industries
I like
bomber
Stark
jacket, which is
Industries.
actually pretty cool.
I do like me Spider-Gwen.
That's cool.
Me Spider-Gwen cardi. And me Captain Marvel jumper. Even though the neck has completely gone on it. So to wear it is quite awkward. But I still love it.
Do you have a random useless talent, and what is it? Depends what you define as useless, really. I mean,
One play the trombone. Is that useless? Because
Yeah.
I don't use that talent.
I don't use that. No,
I don't use that
you can
anymore.
play the piano. Bit still. That's pretty useless.
What would you class that as useless? Like,
Well,
are they like talking about like
yeah,
party tricks?
yeah. I mean, whatever.
I
Things that you don't use are
I
useless.
can't stick my fist in my mouth. I
No.
can barely stick an apple in there. I can't eat apples.
I can do that thing with the crackers where you have to eat like three Jacob's crackers in 2 minutes or something without any water.
If you can, I'm going to put that in the test later.
I haven't got any Jacob's crackers. Apparently it's meant to be quite hard to do, but I was kind of like, this is easy.
Give me more.
just give us another one. Let's just round it off.
What else? What else?
Do you read the book before you see the movie?
No, not always. Because sometimes a movie bleeds us to the book.
Yeah.
Apart from Interview with the Vampire.
Well, The Power of One that I was talking about before, I saw that movie and then realised it was a book.
I'm lying. Not even Interview with the Vampire, because I read that afterwards.
Right.
So no, yeah, but it just depends. I'm not that. I'm not.
See,
I
purposely read The Shining before I watched the movie.
But it's nothing like the book.
But I wanted to read it.
You read Doctor Strange? Not Doctor Strange, Doctor Sleep.
Yes.
Oh, have you? Oh, I want to read that.
Cujo, I've read that. I've never seen the movie, but I would like to see the movie.
I would rather not. I don't do animals.
Animal death.
I don't do animals.
I don't, but it was such a cool book.
Don't do animal films. I don't do animal books. I just can't. I had to not block someone, but hide someone's post yesterday on Facebook.
Was it about the dog with his ears?
Yeah. So
I was
don't need
traumatized.
I know it happens, and I shouldn't be so naive to think that it doesn't happen. But I'm so sensitive. I can't take shit like it bothers us for days afterwards.
Like, I'm the sort of person where if a child had his ears cut off, I'd be like, "That's awful," and forget about it. But with an animal, I'm like,
my vegan friend puts a lot of, and it's probably your vegan friend too, puts a lot of stuff on Facebook.
It needs to stop.
It's not just.
I know it happens.
I know it does, and I'm not. I don't think it. It is an issue, but I can't. Please, my eyes.
Anyway,
like a child's.
Last question.
Go on, some questions.
Last question from this list. If you had a superpower, and you could have any superpower, what would it be?
Right, Anthony came up with the best superpower.
Right.
The Resurrection Man.
Why?
Because every time he died and resurrected, he came back with a new power.
Right.
So it would be like one moment he'd be like telepathic, and then he'd die, and then he would come back, and they would have another power. And
no, but you only have one.
No, Carolyn, the power is resurrection. You can resurrect and come back with a new power. It's like the 3 wishes
thing.
I wish to have 3 more wishes.
But if you only have one power overall.
For fuck's sake.
Only one power that would be above all powers to rule them all.
You can't have the ring then.
Not the ring.
No. Lord of the Ring nerd. Go on, what's yours?
I think invisibility would be pretty cool. I think you could find out some pretty interesting things if you had the invisibility globe.
Okay.
Well, do you know what?
Yeah.
Come on, tell me if you had invisibility for one day, you wouldn't think.
See,
right.
With us being friends, you could have the invisibility. You can go and do your stuff. Now, I would need something that would be just as similarly good, and so I'm trying to think. I do like the idea of telekinesis.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Telepathy. Telepathy could be very similar to invisibility if you wanted to go and find stuff out. So telekinesis.
Right.
So there. Michaela my sister.
Mm-hmm.
Best TV show ever.
Best TV show ever. Friends. Friends is the best TV show ever made.
Best TV show ever. Only Fools and Horses.
Well,
yeah, you can go and shove that up your ass.
Yeah, yes and no, but I do like to watch Friends more than I like to watch Only Fools and Horses.
Only Fools and Horses. Always.
Best. It's a close second, let's put it that way. Or Fawlty Towers.
I love Fawlty Towers. Best female comic book character. If you're going to see it, you've got to sing the song.
What?
It's clearly not your favourite character.
Oh, I know what you mean. Wonder Woman? Yeah.
Wonder Woman. I had that song stuck in my head for a full month.
My brother used to have a history teacher, and their nickname for him was Wonder Woman. I don't know why. Yeah, we used to call him. Actually, I don't want to say his name. I think he's actually dead now. We'd be disrespectful. But I used to call him Wonder Woman and make up jokes about him wearing women's tights and things. It was a bit weird.
For a full month, I had the Wonder Woman song stuck in my head, and I don't know why. I just did. And my mum was out and about in Newcastle, and there was a woman cosplaying as Wonder Woman, so she sent us a picture with the song. Oh, I kind of got it stuck in my head again. Best female comic book character. Well, I picked Captain Marvel there, Miss Marvel before. Oh, let's have a think. Who else do I like?
Captain America?
Female.
Oh, female. Not overall.
Female. See, I do like Carol. I like Captain Marvel.
Holly?
I like Holly, but
Holly's like my second favorite.
I like Holly, but they're great teeth. I like Black Widow.
Right.
I didn't particularly like Black Widow when I saw Scarlett Johansson playing her.
I was going to say, do you like the representation?
I do now. I didn't before.
In the first.
Well, I didn't particularly know. The first time I saw her, I was like, no. And then it's only been. I think it's the film that saved Marvel, which was Winter Soldier. Mm-hmm. It was then I was like, that's Natasha Romanoff, and she reads really well in comics as well. Like I read a series from 2014. I could be getting my dates wrong, and I can't think of the writers. But I read that, and I read Margaret Stoll's Black Widow book. It was alright. It wasn't particularly gripped, but she does do very well in the comics. I do particularly like. So probably I like Black Widow. I like Scarlet Witch. I like Medusa from the Inhumans. Peggy.
Oh yeah, Peggy. Yeah, I love Peggy.
There's a lot, but yeah, I'm just gonna go with that one because I'll be here forever just listing names. Like Gwen Stacy.
I like Gwen Stacy.
Jessica Drew. I'll be there forever. Worst film of 2016. And go.
What did we watch?
I
don't think we really saw like a bad film. One of the worst films I ever saw was the year before, with that one with Chris Hemsworth.
The Wheel.
The one where he's like some sort of computer hacker. Have you seen it? It was a really
no.
Good. Don't go and see it. If I can remember what the bloody film was called.
No.
It was one of the worst films I've ever seen. The most boring ass films in the world. And I was just like, even he can't save this movie. It's that bad.
I can't think of a bad film because, to be honest, when it comes down to films, we're going to go and see.
We want to go and see them. We really want to see too. So.
And there's not a film that I would even say that I don't know. I'm sorry, Kayla. I'm not too sure. I don't know how to answer that because I kind of think what actually came out that we saw. So hang on. Best film of 2016. Now we've already answered this before. And I still maintain The Jungle Book was probably the best film I ever saw last year because of how much it shocked us. of how good it was. I went in there with every expectation of it being the Jungle Book,
Yeah.
and it was incredible, absolutely incredible.
Fantastic Beasts for me.
So was he
And
so good.
Ray Paez, who does the artwork for his channel,
Yes.
he just saw Fantastic Beasts the other day, and he was like, it was so good.
Mm-hmm.
He absolutely loved it, and he loved the lady, the blonde lady.
Oh, who didn't like the blonde lady?
No, not just like he loves.
Like he loves Ray. He loves Ray.
He loves Ray from Star Wars.
Films you can't wait to see this year.
Guardians of the Galaxy,
Volume 2.
Beauty and the Beast. I'm kind of getting hyped about that.
Oh, I can wait for that one.
Star Wars Episode 8.
Oh my god, it's like another year.
Spider-Man Homecoming.
Another.
Come on.
What's Marvel's last film? Did they have 3?
Thor.
Ragnarok. Oh, can't wait. Yeah, that.
All the good ones.
That. And the last thing she says is try not to mention Tom Hardy or Emma Watson.
And you just done that.
Yeah. Because the bitches. That's it.
That's it then. I thought Portia might have been a bit more sociable, but she's just sat like there on the windowsill. She's been snoring, so I don't know whether that's been picked up by the feed or not. But
this is our tester. We just wanted to see how it would go. We didn't really have anything to do because there's nothing going on.
So it's a bit of a test run for audio and visual sort of.
And to see if it actually works. Because Walking Dead comes back soon, and Game of Thrones, and excuse me, there's so much more to do. But we just wanted to give this a test run and see if it works. Because I tell you what, the storage on my phone is mounting up and up for the recordings. And I think it's about time we came out of the phone, because this is literally what we
use to podcast on.
The other way, isn't it? I'm facing it that way, so dig out. So I think we'll end it there.
Yeah.
Thank you if you watched. We have no idea because we haven't checked at all.
If this even works.
We have no idea. We could have just been sitting talking to a screen for the last hour. Jesus, right. Well, if you could like, share, subscribe, and go to Instagram. All the links are down below, right down there. And that's it. Yeah.
Thanks for watching.
Thank you.
Not just listening.
Thanks for watching. Thanks for putting up with our shit for an hour. So thanks very much, guys. Bye.
Bye.